Talk of the day today is going to be about opportunities in investing in the shifting market that we're seeing. Throughout time, we see the cycles going from up to down. It can take several years between these cycles. The evidence shows that we are somewhere in between here and here, having no idea where the bottom's going to be. The good news is, over time, we do see appreciation. And if you look closer at the appreciation graph, markets are shifting throughout that appreciation over time. We're actually in an interview here today from San Mateo Keller Williams. Judy Matos-Smith, she's a member of our team, and she's going to give us some tips on real estate investing.
What can we do to generate a passive income so that we would be assured of at least having something when it was time to retire?
So here we are in the San Francisco Bay Area, and you're going to invest in real estate. What does that look like? What did you do 10 years ago?
So we sat down and we said, okay, so we know we want to invest in real estate. Ideally, it would be within a 3-hour radius of our home. And the most important thing, we knew we were a young family and we didn't have very much money extra on top that we could have afforded. So we said, number one, it also has to cash flow. So it has to come out at least even at the end of the month, if not a tiny bit positive. So we weren't looking for it to cash flow for us at the time because we knew that it was going to appreciate, but it at least could not cost us any money. And we narrowed it down to 2 different locations. One was in the South Bay, where for the amount of money we had, I could buy one house that met that criteria. It was going to cash flow at $200 to $300 a month, or I could buy 3 houses in Sacramento. So with risks, it helped me to offset the risk. Now we've at least narrowed it down to the Sacramento area, and we ended up with 4 in the first year.
That's great.
And then 2 years later, we bought another 2. And then 3 years after that, we bought another 2. So we ended up with a total of 8 in this one area.
So here you are almost 10 years later, and those 8 or 9 properties, equity-wise, I know you've been getting cash flow on them each month, but outside of that, as far as appreciation, have you seen a good appreciation across the board?
Oh, definitely. Each of the 8 properties has appreciated more than $100,000. So I probably have at least $1 million of appreciation in those 8 properties.
And now they're cash flowing every month.
And now they're cash flowing to a rate of $4,000 to $5,000.
So it's been a good decision.
It's definitely been a good decision.
So the trends we're seeing out there right now, hopefully not as quite as dramatic as what we saw in 2008. However, we are seeing some opportunities. Do you think it's another good time to be looking to get those investment properties?
When the stock markets pull back like they're doing right now, again, people like me, we get a little bit nervous. You have this money that comes out of the stock market. What are you going to put it into that you feel is going to be safe? And for me, real estate has been a fantastic investment. And right now, as you pointed out earlier, the properties have receded a little bit. But what do I think is going to happen? Long-term slope of that line? This is a great time to buy. You want to buy when it's low and then be able to capitalize on that appreciation later.
So Judy, what do you think good next steps would be for someone looking to invest in real estate today?
So first, arm yourself with information. When I went out looking, my realtor gave me this book on millionaire real estate investing. I read this book, and contact a local expert. They are the ones that understand what's going on in the market and can give you sound advice and sound tools to help you make wise choices.
That's great. So this is the Gary Keller book, Real Estate Investor. We're actually going to be giving some workshops on this book. Please reach out to the Kulda group if you'd like to know more about the opportunities, what the market's doing in your area. We'd be happy to help.